FIFA 23 by far is one of the most requested titles on Stadia, so I'm more than happy to report that the chances of it coming are extremely high and we won't have to wait too long to find out. Let's break down why and get to it. EA Sports has officially announced that they will be revealing FIFA 23 on July 20th. That's just 2 days from now. It's fair to say that we should expect the visuals being shown as well as some gameplay details and, more importantly, the platforms it will launch on. And luckily, it doesn't seem like Stadia users have to hold their breath and cross their fingers hoping to see the Stadia logo pop up, because the Google Stadia official Twitter account has retweeted this announcement. And if I may just say so, it would be a very weird thing to do if the game wasn't coming to Stadia. After all, why would a brand account decide to hype up a product that's not coming to their platform? And yes, I get it, Google doesn't usually do the best job at announcing things, especially for Stadia when it comes to game announcements, but this is just one of those games that's all too important not to mess up. I recently made a video talking about the importance of games like Cyberpunk 2077 and FIFA 22 on the Stadia platform and how that brings eyes to Stadia. To this very day, videos I've made covering the Stadia version of both of those titles still gain a lot of viewership. And to me that says a lot, especially when most of my other coverage doesn't see that same type of longevity. What I'm really trying to say here is that this is nothing but a good sign for Stadia. It seems clear that Google knows and is aware of the importance of this title. Regardless of how you feel about it, much like with other franchises like Fortnite, Call of Duty, and the likes, FIFA sells a ton of units each and every single year. Simply put, it's an undeniable fact that this is one of the top-selling video game franchises of all time. It's up there with the likes of Mario, Grand Theft Auto, Tetris, and Pokemon. Not to mention it happens to be a franchise that launches each and every single year. That's an important factor to take into account. There's not a lot of intellectual property out there that can live up to such a task. In fact, the only one that comes to mind in the video game space is Call of Duty. And anytime there's a challenger who tries to take that crown away, well, it doesn't tend to go very well, does it? I also need to say that this year's entry is going to be absolutely phenomenal for the Stadia user base. Let's not forget that this is going to be the first one to include cross-platform play, which ultimately fixes the biggest issue that FIFA 22 faced on Stadia, the lack of an installed user base. While in my experience it started off pretty healthy at launch, it was very quick to find a game, it still started to taper off as time went on. That's not to say that you can't find matches in the here and now, but it's a much longer queue time when compared to other platforms where it's pretty much instantaneous. And truly speaking, this is such an important detail for the FIFA franchise because the biggest attraction to the FIFA each and every single year has to be FIFA Ultimate Team. People absolutely love that mode, and it rakes in money for EA and platform holders. I know of various people myself who have picked up consoles just to play FIFA each and every year, and it's because of their addiction to Ultimate Team. But with cloud gaming being as it is now, and with cross-platform play being confirmed coming to FIFA 23, I would actually make the argument that the Stadia version may be one of the best out there. FIFA 22 on Stadia was a fantastic experience through and through. I'm not huge into the franchise, but I was very impressed with the port that EA managed to pull off. Was it able to match the Xbox Series X and PS5 version of the game in the visuals department? No, but it came fairly close. Not to mention it did include all the next-gen bells and whistles in terms of features. It was and still is by all means a next-gen version of FIFA 22, and EA Sports classifies it as such. That's why cross-platform play is between the PS5, Xbox Series X, and Stadia versions of the game. And while I know some will make the argument that the PS5 and Xbox Series X version do look better, and fair play, they do, does it look $500 better? Ultimately, that's a decision for you and your specific taste. There are still a lot of people out there playing on the PS4 and Xbox One, and those people have a very decent choice with Stadia if it's available to them, because not only will they get a better looking and better running version of the game with all the next gen features, but this year they'll be able to continue to play with their established PlayStation and Xbox friends, and that's a huge deal. Not to mention, cherry on top is that you can take the full FIFA 23 experience, including full-on FIFA Ultimate Team, on the go in your pocket playing through the cloud. One of the biggest strengths cloud gaming has to offer each and every time is not being restricted to a specific device. And just to be clear, I'm not saying that this is the solution for everyone. For some out there, a console will continue to make more sense, not to mention if you've already invested in a PS5 and Series X, continue to enjoy your console. But there are a lot of benefits when it comes to Stadia and cloud gaming as a whole, and this is something that should be considered going forward. Take it from somebody who owns a PS5, Series X, and a capable gaming PC. I still play on the cloud the majority of the time. And most times I'm not playing on the cloud, it's simply because a game isn't available on a cloud gaming service like GeForce Now or Stadia. Either way, let me know what you think. Do you plan on playing FIFA 23 on Stadia? Let me know down below, or if not, tell me where you are playing it. Now, if you enjoyed this video or found it helpful at all, be sure to hit that like button as it really does help the channel out, and if you're wanting more content like this, be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell as well. Today's end of video message is simply going to be a reminder that we have a new community Discord open, so if you want to join it, feel free to do so at the link in the description below or the pinned comment of this video. As always, I hope you have a great day. Thanks for watching. This has been the Virtual Cloud, giving you the latest and greatest on everything cloud gaming related, and until next time, I'll catch you in the clouds.